All right, so I'm driving away from Jonathan's house, and right now I am gonna just talk about my strategy for the upcoming match. The strategy is going to be using Nidoking, Dig, and Toxic with Dig and Toxic, and then Barrier, and playing a very defensive game. So looking at Jonathan's team has nobody. He has no flying Pokemon, so he is not immune to Dig. Normally I hate Dig. I refuse to use it. But with the strategy I'm going to employ, I'm going to try to Toxic / Poison Powder with Ivysaur his entire team, or the majority of it, because also he has no Poison Pokemon, so he's not immune to Toxic. He does have a low in Sandslash, that is, but I'm going to teach all my Pokemon Brick Break for that. And that Brick Break has a double use. It will break any of his reflects or light screens that he puts up that I try to use to get extra damage. And it will hit that Alone Sandslash for quad. So even coming from certain Pokemon, that'll be good. So like I'm bringing a weird Pokemon to this. I'm bringing Adamant Clefairy. Clefairy is not known for his attacking ability, but I went and farmed out a strong Adamant one. That way I can just reflect up and use Clefairy to either encore something that's been toxic, or just use it as a Brick Break for Sandslash / Sandshrew. If it's Sandshrew, I should be faster. If it's Sandslash, I won't. But it might just be enough damage to, if I could take the hit, to finish it off. I am Fairy type, but he won't be using any TMs because they're banned, so I have no Steel moves. But anyways, yeah, the plan is poison his whole entire team, since he's pretty weak to that, and then just play a really defensive game using Dig so I can get those extra turns of damage from Nidoking. Honestly, my plan is to not even have to bring out Gyarados. Gyarados might just clean up. Gyarados should be faster than the majority of his team. I'm bringing a Jolly Gyarados with me with a physical set. Well, obviously physical, but I'm going to run Scald on it just in case. And then that should just allow me to poison his whole team and sweep him out. I'm bringing a Jolly Nidoking with Toxic so I can make sure I'm faster than the guys that I'm speed tied with on his team. I think there's one. And get that Toxic off, and then I'll take a hit, and then I can Dig, and he'll take 2 to 3 poison turns for every hit he gets off. When I use Dig, that'll take 2 to 3. He'll take two poison hits, so he'll have to be switching his guys out pretty quickly. And even though he has Raichu for Gyarados, Raichu's his only threat, which Nidoking checks, Ivysaur checks, and I'll be fine. He'll probably have a Headbutt or something like that on the Raichu, and it's not going to work against my Nidoking. He'll have to swap into Digs. He'll be all his guys will be getting poisoned and taking Digs. This one should be a pretty solid strategy for Jonathan. I do have a backup strategy, which is going with all out physical attackers, because his defense is a lot lower total than his special defense, besides that Alone Sandshrew. My only worry is if he goes Alone Sandslash game 1. I think he's going to bring his Sandshrew game 1, and if he does, I should be able to win that match. And then if he brings Sandslash game 1, he might be able to take it, because my Clefairy probably won't do much damage at all. Even Adamant with Brick Break times 4, it'll probably maybe do a quarter of his health, if even. Nidoking with Brick Break might do a little more, and I'll have to evolve into Clefable. The Clefable will hopefully allow me to kind of take him on with that. I'm thinking about teaching it that fairy move that does 90 damage. I can't remember the name, but it doesn't really do anything other than hit Mankey. And I'm trying to run a defensive set. If I go to Clefable, I'll do that. But if not, I'm just going to run a defensive set on the Clefairy with Brick Break, just to help deal with Sandslash / Sandshrew. All right, so that's the strategy. I'll be running commentary during the match, and we'll see how this strategy works out.